It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Howdy to you. Good morning on this Wednesday. Making our way through the week, midway through, a lot closer to the weekend, a lot closer to the Super Bowl. So we're making progress.
We are heading in the right direction. Here's a look at the news. The owner of Plaza Towers in Springfield is suing to stop foreclosure by OMB Bank. Marco Dennis and his Springfield Property LLC own Plaza Towers. He is still being held in jail, accused of kidnapping and domestic assault in July. He was indicted by a federal grand jury, accused of illegally possessing guns and lying about his criminal record to buy some of them. Dennis is seeking a temporary restraining order right now to avoid the foreclosure. Ozark is planning to add 9 more license plate reading cameras. I think they call these flock cameras, perhaps, but what they do is read license plates. Police there say that they have 3 already in town, and it has helped with thousands of leads. Police say the high-tech tool really helps track down everything from stolen vehicles, perhaps to people who are wanted for crimes. The cameras are continuously scanning license plate that pass by, and then they alert police if the car is stolen or if the driver or the owner of the car is wanted for any reason. Ozark has had that technology since 2023, so a couple years now. The newest cameras are going to go in right by the Finley River Park, up by the OC, and then also on the streets leading into and out of Ozark on US 65.
I've talked with some police who are big fans of that technology. They say it's solved a lot of crimes. So
yeah, I mean, that's a lot of eyeballs extra that they don't have to have a human there for. And I mean, I remember, I think it was when Nixa first got him, same story. So yeah, it's good.
And I mean, it's just the way it is. We're living in a surveillance age where
right.
Every move is on camera somehow. Most people, maybe not most people, lots of people now have cameras at their house that they can remotely get to and record, and cars are now coming out with cameras. So
yeah, it's the
age.
The way that is phrased in law. You'll remember this from media law, but do they have a reasonable expectation of privacy? And I think on the road, you no longer have that reasonable expectation, but do you in your car, if your windows are tinted, you know what I mean? Like, that's the question. Like, at what point does it become?
But the car is driving, and the car is out there, and it is visible to everyone, is the argument. And when it was red light cameras, the argument was that, well, you can't prove that it was me driving when you sent me that ticket. And that got shot down on constitutional grounds. This is different. I haven't heard about this being challenged, but
yep.
All right. In Springfield, the school district is about to add a new Pipkin Middle School. The district just closed on property for that new school, very close to the current Pipkin location on North Boonville. Demolition of the current building starts next month, and then work starts on the new one. The new Pipkin should be finished in 2027. And down in Branson, congratulations are in order for the new superintendent of schools there. Nate Moore just went from, or he's going to go from assistant superintendent to the top dog, big superintendent. And this is a big I think they call it big superintendent. I don't know. This comes after Brad Swafford, who was the current big superintendent down there, is set to resign this summer. Moore led the Mansfield School District prior to his time in Branson. So congratulations.
Yeah. Parents, listen up. If you were on your phone a lot, your kids are going to be on their phone a lot too. That is a new study out that shows kids' screen time often mirrors their parents' screen time. So I guess, yeah, if you feel like your kids are on the screen too much, perhaps look in the mirror before you get onto them. A study in the BMC Pediatrics Journal followed more than 10,000 12 and 13-year-olds, and that's what they found. They found that for those kids, the adults in their lives who spend a lot of time on their phones are likely to have kids doing the same thing. Those kids are also more likely to see R-rated movies and play mature rated video games.
Well, that's an interesting connection. But the first part of that obviously makes sense. Kids are watching everything that we do, and we're training them in every way. You know what I mean?
Remember, yeah,
Better or worse.
I won't say his name out loud because he wouldn't want me to. You'll know who I'm talking about, though, Ethan. When his kid got in trouble for cussing at school. And I was like, I wonder where that came from. And he was like, what, me? I'm like, yes, you. Do you remember who I'm talking about?
I actually don't, but you can tell me after this.
I will.
I kind of remember that story. But
Yeah.
exactly, I don't
Anyway,
know.
it was funny because I feel like I was the first to tell him. I was the first to inform him, the parent. Maybe it's you. He's like, wait, me? Are you talking
What?
about me?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. All right.
Anyway, it's funny.
Super Bowl is Sunday, of course, and President Trump is planning to attend in person. It will be his first time attending a Super Bowl as sitting president. President Trump has not indicated which team he is supporting, but if you're looking for hints, he did post congratulations to the Chiefs after their AFC championship win last month. And maybe, did he not, I guess, to the Eagles?
I don't know about the Eagles. I just know that he did for the Chiefs.
Well,
because I saw it.
That would make a difference.
All right.
But I did see they asked him yesterday at press gaggle, they call it, in the maybe it was the Oval Office. He was meeting with Benjamin Netanyahu from Israel. They asked him who is he supporting, and he said that he probably shouldn't say, and he won't say.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah,
he probably is rooting for somebody, and maybe it's the Chiefs. If what I just said it turns out to be true.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Speaking of the Super Bowl, it's on Sunday, of course. And you can watch it on the Fox network. But if you like the local broadcasters, you can listen to the Chiefs broadcast on the radio. 104.7 The Cave is your Chiefs radio home. So what you do, you pause your TV and you play your radio, and then you can sync them up.
Right.
And it'll match up perfectly. So a lot of people I know do that. It's a good way to watch the game if you don't like the TV announcers, who are usually, the national announcers, blah, blah, blah. And
honestly, I love sports radio. Do you remember Colin in the morning? This was
who?
Colin in the morning. They used to be on like ESPN radio. Do you remember this?
Colin
years
Colin Cowherd?
ago. Yeah.
I worked
and
with
the
Colin
other Colin.
Cowherd.
You worked with Colin Cowherd? I think I knew that. I used to
Las
listen
Vegas.
to them all the time. So there's nothing like good sports radio people. It is such a skill. Yeah.
Talk radio? Or you mean
talk radio,
broadcasting a game?
Sports radio, broadcasting a game specifically. The commentator, the color guy, it's fun. Yes.
Because you have to describe it. Yeah. That's why Jack Buck was and Harry Carey, but Jack Buck in St. Louis is such a legend. Is that he was just so good. He had a great radio voice, and he was able to paint the picture and tell the story. A lot of those old time radio guys are just they're like icons in sports.
Yeah, we had to do that in college because it teaches you how to describe a scene. Because you should be able to even listen to a television news report and not have to see it with your eyeballs. You should feel like you're there. And anyway, that we had to do that all the time in college, and it makes you learn how to really describe something.
One time, my friend Ron he's in Los Angeles. I forget how it happened, but it wasn't that long ago. It was a few years ago. And I was driving home, and somehow it didn't have, I guess, internet, so I couldn't have the game on. So he was on my phone describing the game to me, and he was horrible at it because it was one of our teams. It was either the Cardinals or Illinois basketball, and he was describing it to me, and he just started yelling at the end, and a string of expletives came out of his mouth. And it was difficult for me to understand what exactly was he happy or was he angry?
Yeah.
So yeah, play by play on radio is quite a talent
It is quite a talent. So
that my
anyway,
friend does
yeah,
not
there you
have.
go. So watch the Super Bowl with your eyes and listen to it with your ears, and it's fun. It's fun. And if you
104.7 The K.
want to go into news, you young whippersnappers who are watching Around the Ozarks, it is a really good skill to go watch a sport and learn how to call it and describe the scene. There you go.
You know, we told you about the CVS location at Campbell and Battlefield is closed down for good. We told you when that was happening a while back. Now we know the Dollar Tree store will be taking over in that spot, catty corner from the Walgreens there. It will be Dollar Tree number 7 in Springfield. There is currently a temporary sign up on the building. So that is happening as we speak.
Okay. I did not know that they were moving in. So there we know. Now we know. Okay. Springfield is also getting another Chipotle, as in the restaurant. It's going to be on East Sunshine near Hy-Vee in a building that used to house Lucy's Chinese restaurant, which I saw that Lucy's was closing down. The new location is expected to open in about a year, and this will be Springfield's 3rd Chipotle.
It's interesting that another Chipotle is going in there because I feel like now that Target is moving in, on West
Sunshine,
yeah, West Sunshine and West Bypass, that we're going to have more. I know there's a Chick-fil-A going in over there too, so I expect more of those type restaurants, kind of fast food, but you can sit down and eat. Places will be going in, so maybe number 4 is going to be over there. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Chipotle.
Yeah, that area is taking off, so making progress.
It's starting to. It's been a long time coming. We've been talking about it in the news for years. I mean, maybe 15 years. Long time. You know, we told you yesterday that Bob Dylan is coming in concert with Willie Nelson to the Thunder Ridge Nature Arena in Ridgedale. That's in June. Well, now we know Bob Dylan will also be performing solo in concert at Juanita K. Hammons Hall for the Performing Arts in Springfield on March 28th, which is really not that far away. That's like right around the corner. So Bob Dylan 2 times, 1 solo, 1 with Willie Nelson, 1 outside, 1 inside. So you can take your pick. Tickets to both shows go on sale Friday morning at 10.
Okay. Set your alarm if you're interested. Okay. And finally, before we go, we have our contest to tell you about. It is our Valentine's Day contest. Of course, do not forget, Valentine's Day is in just a few days. So if you haven't gotten the sweetheart a gift, now is the time, or perhaps you could win one. If you can tell us how many conversation hearts are in this jar. This is my friend Grace. She's on 105.1 The Bull. She's pretty great. She's holding the conversation hearts for us. She can tell you the number that's inside, but can you guess? And whoever is closest to the correct number wins quite the gift that you don't have to go buy. It's $150 to the Flower Merchant and $75 to Civil Kitchen. So there is one winner. Guess the number of hearts, and we will email you and let you know if you won. That will be announced on February 10th. You can find the contest right now at aroundtheozarks.com. Just click on contest.
Easy enough. Hey, question for you. What if your sweetheart is traveling internationally and is out of pocket on Valentine's Day?
Telegram.
Are you out of it? Are you,
no, I expect a telegram.
Telegram?
In the Serengeti.
The African bush?
Yep.
I can't get you a telegram there. Maybe I'll just send something with Griff. Sarah's going to Africa here in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
With 2 of our kids. So I will be off the hook for Valentine's Day.
2 of the 3. And I've already gotten, my friends are like, how dare you? I'm like, listen, plane tickets are expensive.
Guess which one didn't get to go?
The one who's not going.
Firstborn,
2 years
lastborn, or middle? What's the answer?
Listen,
go ahead. Tell them the answer. They already know the answer, but go ahead and tell them.
The middle one.
The middle.
Okay, listen,
yeah.
The middle one.
All the middle. It's funny. All the middle children out there are like, of course it's the middle. I knew it was going to be the middle. It's always the middle.
Just so you know, the middle child is the only one who's gotten to go 2 years in a row.
That's true. So she's been twice.
In a row.
Caroline.
In a row.
In a row. Caroline's been, this will be 2 or 3 times.
This is number 3.
Because she's our oldest. So she got an earlier start. This is our second time for the boy, who's the youngest.
Who wants to work there someday? Who wants to work in sub-Saharan remote Africa? And so I feel like it's appropriate that he would get to go back because he wants to dig water wells there. And what he is planning to do is to take people who have money on big game hunts. So he takes them on a hunt, they donate money, and then he uses that money to dig a well for the villagers who don't have clean water.
Yep. That's how it works.
There you go. That's how it works. So anyway, that's where we're going to be on Valentine's Day. And yes, all I can think is like Pumbaa, the little guy from Lion King. I can hear him singing to me right now.
What's he singing?
He's singing Hakuna Matata.
I don't think you actually hear anything.
Hakuna Matata for sure.
Just repeat what he's saying.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. I can't sing, but I do love to sing. So I do. Okay, there you go. Play our contest. And thanks for tuning in. And hopefully Diana, I haven't even called Diana. I need to let her know. I'm going to be out for a hot minute. If you wouldn't mind. You could fill in with Ethan. He's a hoot. That's what I say about you. Okay.
All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Be sure you check out our sponsors. We have great sponsors, so be sure to follow them: Springfield Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. They are great folks who work hard to help you get some news every day.
We wouldn't be here without them. So
they think it's important for you to get some local news every day. So we agree with them and thank them. So we'll see you back here tomorrow. See you.
Bye.